It was yesterday, just a normal Saturday to me, running through Stormwind on a low-level alt. I noticed I was lagging a little bit, which was weird, but I continued toward the trade district. And as I tried to run through, I saw a massive siege on Stormwind being carried out by the Horde. But this siege is a bit more complex than you'd expect. You see, I am on Moonguard, the biggest US Alliance role-playing server, and who is attacking us? Wyrmrest Accord, the biggest US Horde role-playing server. And we were in way over our heads to try and hold this city, but we didn't even know it yet. I immediately logged onto my priest, kitted out for PvP, ready to defend Stormwind, and tried to find the defense force. I noticed that the Horde were primarily staged in the Cathedral District at the time, with a small force holding the Mage Tower as well. I teleported in from Valdrakken, and I was able to escape the Mage Tower, and the Horde were yelling things like they wanted to be refugees in our city, and why won't we accept them? But I didn't believe them. We gathered up outside the Cathedral District and charged in from the skies, and that's where we really discovered the scale of the issue right now. There were 2 to 3 full raid groups in Stormwind of Horde, and we were just one unfilled raid group, so we got slapped hard. But something else became immediately clear as well. The Horde set off a dirty bomb, a lag bomb. In the city, if you hit a button, it would take you 10 seconds before it would actually activate. And sure, under normal circumstances without the dirty bomb, we might be able to hold off the assault with defender's advantage, but with that dirty lag bomb, we were just bursted down without hope. I immediately released Spirit Res and repaired, and the leader was rallying people once again, but I knew this was foolish. In a head-on assault, we will always lose right now. We are way outnumbered. We need to take to the rooftops and begin picking them off slowly. I began scouting and relaying information back to the raid group. It looked like the Cathedral mob had split off, half of them going to the trade district. I said we need to attack now while they're split, but the raid leader took too long, and unfortunately, they were able to rally their forces in the auction house and take us out before we could do anything about it. At this point, it just wasn't looking very good. Multiple assaults had failed, so I joined a small force in the Cathedral District that were picking off stragglers of the Horde mob. And slowly but surely, we were actually whittling them away until a big enough force was amassed that we were able to take the Cathedral District. Little did we know, though, the Horde had moved. They were going towards the keep, preparing to take out Retaliation, and we couldn't let that happen. So we rallied inside the keep to try and hold it, but unfortunately, due to the dirty lag bomb, we could not hold them off, and we were fought off. After spending another 700 gold to Spirit Res, I took to the rooftops of the keep's outdoor area and started to pick off some Horde there. The lag bomb helped in that the Horde couldn't escape either, so I sometimes was able to get off a pretty nasty combo before they were able to escape, and was able to heal some of the other people up top trying to kill people as well. Soon enough, though, the Horde caught on, and we had people up there trying to take us out. We were able to hold on for a little while, but eventually we were just outnumbered. At this point, I was feeling pretty discouraged, and I was about to give up. I had spent about 5,000 gold spirit resing repeatedly, but that's okay because we were in the endgame. The Horde was fully camped out in the keep, but we had a secret weapon. Our alliance force gathered at the gates of the keep, and we had a dude who was just repeatedly casting mass res, basically acting as a spirit healer to repeatedly pull us back into the fight. I imagine the Horde didn't have anything like that, so we were able to slowly start pushing them in. I tried to coordinate the attack as our leader was not giving any glorious speeches, coordinating, doing anything. I told the Death Knights to use their one action every 10 minutes that they're able to use due to the lag to be death grip, to death grip anything they can. I'd put down power word barriers and I'd yell it in chat, forcing us to continue pushing up into the keep. I was getting really into it at this point. I was calling out battle cries, I was making calls, I was pushing back against our leader's cowardice, telling people to push hard into this. Slowly, little by little, laggy second by laggy second, we made progress up the hallway. This push took legitimately about 30 minutes. I just want to show both how laggy and how crazy this siege was, so please just indulge me for a minute while I cut around a little bit and show you some of the siege. Finally, the Horde broke and began to retreat. Mages on their side set up portals to Dalaran Crater. We moved in, killing anything that we could. Any Horde who didn't get into the mages' portals tried to jump off the side of the keep and get to the Cataclysm portals where they could escape. But we made them bleed for it. We chased them down, we killed every Horde we could, until we scoured every last Horde from the city. I flew around a while, scouting, making sure no other Horde were hanging out. I confirmed the trade district was clear, the auction house was running again. I saw the Mage Tower was safe. I saw our peers happily walking around in the Cathedral District. But for us veterans of the Wyrmrest Accord siege on Stormwind, we wanted revenge. We had our city defiled by the disgusting Hordes and needed to enact retribution. But the issue is, they were Wyrmrest Accord Horde, and we are on Moonguard, and I'm not smart enough to figure out how to get several raid groups onto Wyrmrest Accord. We wanted blood though, so we tried to rally an assault on Orgrimmar. But our leader was not responsive, refusing to answer the call to action. We tried to get him to pass lead, put us on looking for group, literally do anything, but it's like he just kicked his computer over. So I split off and created a new raid group, a group to destroy the Horde once and for all. I began rallying forces, but another gamer was also creating a group. It was a race to consolidate power. Due to us being stuck on Moonguard, unable to hurt Wyrmrest Accord, we pivoted our goals from bloodshed to getting the For the Alliance achievement, and this sealed my victory over the other group. We swelled our ranks with people wanting this achievement, and I messaged the other leader telling him to fold into our ranks, and he did. Soon enough, we were all summoned into Orgrimmar and ready to attack, rallying under the condom above my head. We gave cries for vengeance, for honor, for glory, and once we were ready, we charged. We flew directly into the Orgrimmar leader's shack that they have here in the middle of their valley. No clue who this dude in charge is anymore, but he fell very easily, because it's Moonguard, there's no Horde here. But we still had bloodlust, so I rallied the troops to assault the auction house real quick as well, but we are better than the Horde. And tormenting noobs in a major city just is not what we need to do. We need to be honorable. So we made our grand escape from Orgrimmar, and outside of the city gates, our mages set up portals for Dalaran Crater, because our next target was Silvermoon City. We did a pretty epic run up from Ghostlands to a point just outside the gates of Silvermoon, and once our troops were rallied, we charged in, and we took out Lorthermar, finishing up the For the Alliance achievement. This led to a bit of discourse in our group. Some folks wanted to kill more Horde in the cities, some folks wanted to be done, but it's Moonguard. There's not even Horde in Orgrimmar, let alone these other cities. So instead, we decided to assault the Banshee Queen herself, even though she doesn't give an achievement. We teleported back to Dalaran Crater one more time, and we rallied in the throne room of Lordaeron, bolstering our diminished ranks. As I said, Sylvanas no longer actually grants an achievement for killing her in the city, so this was just a spite kill. But one last time, we gathered and we charged down into the Undercity, where a good few players got really lost, really fast in the maze of this wicked city. I led the charge from the front, like a leader should, and then we attacked the Banshee Queen, and honestly, it took a really long while. It took like 15 minutes to kill her. We had like 20 people left in the raid group at this point. And what did we get for it? 8 whole honor. Nothing really that special, but it's okay, because I shamelessly plugged my YouTube channel, I got a couple achievements, and most importantly, I was able to sate the bloodlust in our Alliance hearts. And then all these people gathered in front of me to say hi. So hi if you're watching now. But that was the end of the bloodshed. Someday I'll figure out how to get raid groups onto Wyrmrest Accord, and we will grief Orgrimmar like they griefed Stormwind. And honestly, this was probably the most fun I've had in this game in a very long time. Like, I do have a lot of fun playing it, but holy crap, 3 hours of fighting off a siege and then taking the attack to the Horde, that was awesome. So if you enjoyed this story, please drop a like and maybe even subscribe if you aren't. I love y'all, and I will see you in the next video.